Diamondbacks winning on a score of 3-2 on Zach Gallen's 2022 debut. Hello there, I am Michael McDermott from the AZ Snake Pit, and we're going to be recapping all 162 games here on YouTube. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave a like on the video if you want to see more content as well on the AZ Snake Pit YouTube channel. So anyway, game 8, Diamondbacks now 3-5 on the year after a 3-2 win over the New York Mets. So going in this game, Zach Gallen, kind of a bit of a pitch count, obviously, since he's been shelled he was down for 11 days since the last time he took an appearance on the mound. His start against Houston was scratched due to sustaining a cut on his pitching hand, and actually that wound opened up a bit in the first inning, caused a bit of a delay. But ultimately, it wasn't something that would take him off the mound. Gallen ultimately did four innings, allowed just 2 hits and 1 walk. He had 2 strikeouts. Pretty good season debut. The team's going to need a lot out of him in order to make any sort of run of success. So not much offense early on. Both pitchers had it going, but the D-backs did have a prime scoring chance in the 4th inning. Marte ripped a single past Pete Alonso to open it up the inning. Then Peralta doubled down the right field line. Marte was held up at third base by Tony Parashika at third. And third base coaching was definitely a point in this game. So second, third, nobody out. And of course, you got Christian Walker, Pavin Smith, and I forget who else. Oh, Carson Kelly bang behind them. Could you have scripted the worst most struggling batters in that situation to bat? So anyway, Christian Walker comes up in that situation, chases a couple breaking balls and stares at the fastball right down the middle for the first out. Okay, not too horrible. Pavin Smith comes up, 2-0 count, starts swinging at sliders down and in. Eventually strikes out on a check swing, and that was pretty frustrating. It's like second, third, nobody out. Now you got Carson Kelly up. Lifts a fly ball to medium deep left field, which would have been nice with nobody or 1 out to get a run in. Unfortunately, that would be an out. So that meant D-backs at second, third, nobody out. Stranded both of them. That's been kind of a frustrating point in the season. Teams inability to hit with runners in scoring position, not only withstanding, but not getting the freebie runs. The ones where you just need to hit a ground ball or hit a fly ball for a run or slowly hit ground balls, that kind of ordeal. That's frustrating. In those situations, just strikeout after strikeout after strikeout. That needs to stop. But fortunately, the Mets didn't have very many scoring chances. The D-backs pitching was superb for most of the game. Save for a 2-batter stretch, but the pitching was superb, and that ended up carrying him ultimately through this one. So after Gallen was done with 4, they went with Kyle Nelson. Kyle Nelson, 1-2, faced the minimum in the 6th. That included after a single, he got a line drive, caught a comebacker, turned it into a double play. Probably one of the best pitcher fielding plays I've seen in a long time, or at least it's the last time I've seen Zach Greinke attempt to field a baseball. But yeah, that was a quicker double play turn than you see from shortstops. Then 7th inning, Nelson came out for 6th inning, Nelson faced the first batter, walked him on 4 pitches. They bring in Sean Poppin. And of course, Sean Poppin gets the next 3 hitters. Well, I should say next 4 hitters. Diamondbacks now 0 for 11 in allowing inherited runners to score. That's the one nice thing about the bullpen so far. The middle guys have done a great job through 8 games so far, but they got the Sean Poppins, the Joe Mantaplies, the Kyle Nelsons of the world. They've done great. That's part of the reason why the team has found themselves in a lot of competitive games. Despite the starting rotation only getting 1 out past the 5th inning for this entire season so far. But anyway, after 7th inning, Sean Poppin faces the first batter, gets him out. They bring in Joe Mantiply. Mantiply gets out of the inning. So now we go to the top of this. I'm sorry. So then that was for the 7th, and I forgot to mention the top of the 7th, of course, big inning. Obviously, Seth Beer against left on left, bloofs a ball over. I don't remember which bat was left. Oh yeah, left on left. Kind of just gets jammed and kind of hits a well-placed little flare between the third baseman and the shortstop. Lindor had thoughts about throwing it to first, ultimately decided not to make the throw. So that was Seth Beer's second hit of the game. He had 3 singles in a game that the D-backs actually had 9 hits. Nice to see them have more than 6 hits in a game. So Seth Beer single. They bring in a new reliever. Seth Lugo comes in to face Sergio Alcantara. Alcantara one time is a breaking ball, I think it was. Either a breaking ball. He times the pitch and hits an absolute rocket right into the Mets bullpen for a 2-run homer. And of course, that was after joking about an hour before that. Sergio Alcantara hits worse than pitchers. He had looked absolutely awful up to that point. So I'll take an L for that one. You can just go to the game day thread. But that one if you want to read it. But anyway, so 2-run homer, 2 outs, and then something D-backs haven't done is manufacture a run. Like they can get a big 2-out hit. So that happened. Fortunately, Dalton Varsho took a walk against a 4-pitch walk against Seth Lugo, and then Marte got a breaking ball and he ripped it past Pete Alonso, and then unfortunately the ball took a weird hop around the Mets stands and actually bounced Karen back towards the right field. If that ball goes in the corner, that's an RBI triple situation. Ball didn't quite make it into the corner, so there was going to be a play in the plate. They actually had Varsho stopped up they were actually planning on stopping Varsho at third there, but Varsho ran through the sign. Thank God he did. There should be no stop sign with Dalton Varsho if the best chance the Mets have of getting out is 50%. There should be no stop sign in that situation with Varsho running, because Varsho is really good running underway. Situation guy with plus speed you should take chances when your team is struggling. Fortunately, Varsho ran through the sign, scored, and that ended up being a critical insurance run. So up 3-0, 8th inning. You pay Kennedy and Melancon to get these outs, final 6 outs. Now Kennedy comes in there, gets the first batter, rolls over a breaking ball, but then Jeff McNeil, being the perfect leadoff man that he is, he just bloops a ball. He hits a line drive up the middle for a single to face Starling Marte, who has a thing for hitting the D-backs that goes back even to his Pittsburgh days. So for the second straight day, Marte just hit a no-doubt 2-run homer, this time off Kennedy. Fastball, left it over the plate and down. Marte just crushed that ball. Kennedy's a guy that needs to get his 4-seamer up, not down. If it's up, it's more effective. So he missed his location there, and then he got paid for it. Then Kennedy, I thought it got spooked. Next batter, 4-pitch walk to Lindor. Maybe that was a situation where maybe Kennedy would rather face Pete Alonso, with a runner on base situation. Like, although that does bring the potential go-ahead run at the plate. Shatters Alonso's bat with a fastball in, hits a roller to the shortstop. They turn to double play. There, nice dig by Walker on the throw to first base. 6-4-3 on Alonso. So I felt like at that point, once Kennedy got that double play, it felt pretty good. At worst, I think the D-backs had like a 75% chance of winning. I don't know what the actual win probability was, but it felt like 75%. It's like, see what Melancon, see if the D-backs can tack on a run. They get a back-to-back 1-out singles. Hernandez hits a ball that hits a hard ground ball that eats up Alonso. They rolled that as single, and that ended up being key on the next batter because Varsho hit a hard ground ball about 1 step to Alonso's right, coming off the base, but because he's in, no chance. That ball gets by him. So now they had runners, and with Yanni Hernandez on the move, that was going to be a first and third. It's like, okay, here we go again. D-backs not hitting with the runners in scoring position. Ketel Marte strikes out on a changeup, and then Walker got called on a pitch that was in the left-handed batter's box. It's like, darn it, Ump, you were having a good game. And he calls that, and he makes that disgusting call. Well, Walker was going to strike out anyway on 2-2, but dang it. The 1% chance that Ottavino hangs a slider and Walker hits a grand slam would have been nice. So we can dream. So after that, 9th inning, Melancon's coming in. Melancon's track record so far, not great. Although it looks like he was getting better. Best stuff of the year so far. He was getting that cutter inside the lefties, the commanding bat pitch to the inside edge of the strike zone and further. Got some swings and misses in that game. So it's like, oh, yeah, I remember. That's what a closer's supposed to look like. So Melancon gets Escobar to hit a soft fly ball to left field. Next batter, Robinson Cano strikes him out on 3 pitches, just had no chance against that curveball. And then final batter, Dominic Smith, just pelted him inside with cutters. He swung through 2 of them. And one nice thing that he was Melanson was strike 1 on all 3 hitters. Getting ahead of the count, the cutter was effective. Got some swings and misses on both pitches. It's definitely looked like someone you should pay $14 million over 2 years for. So that was definitely a good get well win for the team. So now they're sitting at 3-5. They After looking hopeless in the first game, they have a chance to take the series tomorrow with, unfortunately, it might be a bullpen day. Humberto Castellanos, I don't know how far stretched out he is. I think they're going to need him and Martin to get at least 5 innings between the 2 pitchers. And have those 2 guys go, and then you figure it out from there. So hopefully that's a win that gets the team a little bit confident that they actually came through once. And maybe you get to see the team loosen up a little bit. Perhaps 9 hits again, probably their season high. I don't know for sure. Probably it feels like it, but they're starting to get there. Maybe not going to be a great season in terms of wins, but it won't be. It won't be too bad. I think it'll be a little bit more competitive than last year. I think.